Good afternoon. How's everybody doing on this really hot Wednesday in July? Oh, I see people are popping on. Yay! So hi again, this is Leslie Pope, Senior Designer at the Beadsmith, here today to hopefully bring you some inspiration. I'm not really going to be doing a demo, but I'm going to be talking about the techniques that I used in creating a bunch of earrings. Did anybody guess how many earrings I actually made out of this strand of beads? Hi, Brenda. Yeah, I bet it's hot in Texas. It's over 100 degrees down there, isn't it, sweetie? We're about 95 up here in Philly. Hi, Sharon. So today's show demo is because I was challenged by our fearless leader, Stephen, to come up with some non-beaded projects for Facebook Live, and he wanted me to use the table cut. So I did the table cuts. So when you download the PDF, what you're going to see on the PDF is each earring, a little picture, the things that go in the picture, and then the quick little tips to do it. Oh no, Brenda, way more than 4 pairs of earrings. So we'll wait for a couple more guesses, and then I'll tell everybody how many earrings I made before before I show them. So this is the strand of the table cut beads. Look at all these wonderful shapes, beautiful colors. I love this colorway, turquoise and teal green. I just love it. Love it. And then here's my little cut apart strand. And I like metal, but I don't like handling metal. Like, I don't want to do like wire work, like serious wire work metal. So I have all these little tricks that I've developed to get wire into my projects. So, bead caps. I love bead caps. They're so cute. Now this one looks like a little flower. It's so cute. And chain. Leslie Rogowski knows that I love chain. I hang chain off of a lot of stuff because it's so much fun. And then, of course, you can use beads that mimic metal, like the faceted micro spacers, which I love. And then, of course, I threw some fire polish in. I've got different types of fire polish. I've got crystal. I have pearls. I just went through everything I could find that would match and decided, oh, that would look good with that, and that would look good with that. And everything is either on a head pin or an eye pin, which gives you the little eye that you can actually hang extra stuff off. And so this is all the ingredients I used, and you only need 2 pairs of pliers, chain nose or flat nose, and then some wire cutters to snip your wire. And I like the microfine grips because the points are very slim and pointy, and you can do things with get into finer areas, which considering I'm using very fine chain and small beads. It's helpful to have your pliers be something that could handle the small areas. And someone, was it Sharon who guessed 12, or did you look at the PDF before before you did that? So I'm gonna smooch this in. There we go. That's better. Just a little bit so you can see more of the items. And one of my favorite things to do is to add beads to the chain on jump rings. And that just gives you, I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way. It's hard for the camera to focus when you have a lot of things on your thing, on your mat. That just gives you, I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way. It's hard for the camera. You need to mute, Leslie. Focus when you have a lot of things on your thing. No, you're not muted. You need to mute.
You need to pull over to your right a little bit.
Okay. Okay, sorry. Back to where I was. So here is one of the things I did with size 8s on jump rings through the small chain. And it just gives you just that little extra bling. And the bead caps make this bead look like a jewel. I just thought that was so yummy. Okay, all right, Sharon, you came clean. Yes, you did peek at the you peeked at the PDF, but I appreciate that. And so then here is another lovely earring I made where I hung the pearls off of the chain, off of the bottom of the head pin. And so a little fringy fringe. I love it. I did that on a couple of other things. Oh, this was one of my favorites. The bead itself, I love. It's a cut bead, and it's got different colors on it. And then I did some simple loops with some fire polish on it. More dangles. You'll see I have a lot of dangles. Here's another lovely, very simple earring with beads on the jump rings. This technique that I could not remember the name, the way you get your beads to lay this way, or you put your two beads on your jump ring and close it. When you get to your next jump ring, before you close it, you make sure you go in between the two beads of the previous jump ring. And so they just lay to either side. And I just think that's so yummy and a great way to add a little extra to your chain. Here's another little fun chain. I did different lengths of chain. And then, not to be outdone, I put a little jump ring on there with some seed beads on it. Just way more fun to have with chain. Then if you want to do something simpler, you can just do plain little fringes of chain itself. It's a very fine chain. So it does resemble a tassel. Then I decided to get like really fancy with some fancier chain, and I hung my accent off of one end and then hung my little dangle off of the other. It's very asymmetrical. I know that kind of drives people crazy, but I do like doing things that are asymmetrical. And I got my chain in there. And my last one that I did with chain was this. It was super, super easy. So you make your loop, attach your chain, then attach whatever little bead you want at the top. I think this is like a 8mm fire polish round. And so your accent becomes the dangle. And then, not to be outdone, I had to put a little bit of real crystal in here. This is a Swarovski diamond drop, top drilled. It's so faceted, it just picks up so many colors, and I thought it made a nice counterpart to the square outline of the bead. And this one is super, super dainty, which is also cute. So you have that sort of flat teardrop shape and a little round on the bottom, surrounded by the bead caps, so it looks like it's a jewel instead of just a little glass bead. And not to be outdone, with our heart, we always have to have a heart in there, right? This is probably the simplest one I did, but it's got the fire polish on there, faceted, and a lot of sparkle. Look at the sparkle. And then the big coin, I did a bunch of things, but decided that the bead itself was so nice that you really didn't need to put a lot of extra stuff on it. So I just put end caps on it, made my loop, put it on the ear wire, and like any of these, I think you can make within 10 to 15 minutes. So if you're, rushing out to, dinner or the theater, and you want a new pair of earrings, just with a few beads, some jump rings, and a little bit of chain, you can make a very, very lovely, fast pair of earrings to head out on your social adventure. And I probably have another 10 or 12 ideas of how to use the table cuts, but you can see how much fun they are to do. And like I said, I am not a wire person. I did learn how to make wrap loops and simple loops, and learned how to correctly open and close jump rings. And I get all this metal or metal lookalikes in my designs without having to learn how to do a lot of metal work. So hopefully everybody will run out and buy a couple of strands of table cut beads and make a bunch of earrings. And please, if you do, share them with us on our page, on our Facebook page, hashtag I love beads, because we really love to see what everyone is doing, because we like to share the love. And of course, I can't think of everything, so I'm sure all you fabulous beaders and creators out there can come up with some more ideas, and I would really, really love to see them. So this was a little faster than I thought. Did we get any questions, Leslie, that I need to answer? I'm going to say that's a no. Alrighty. So in 2 weeks,
No?
Thank you. So in 2 weeks, tune in for Leslie Rogalski, who is going to be doing a lovely, lovely pendant with rulas. So you have to tune into that. In the meanwhile, stay cool. Please support your local bead reseller, whoever they might be. And remember, we love you and we love beads. Until the next time, keep creating. Alrighty? Bye, everyone.